All right, we're ready to begin. Let's try to get through this quick.
Turn your mics on.
Yeah, I got 7:04.
Yep. Are we pledging?
Yep. Let's pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, you sent around the minutes for what meeting was that one?
I sent you the approved minutes for October, and then I sent you
November.
draft minutes for November. Actually, I have a copy right here. Yep, November and non-public. Yes, November and non-public for that meeting too. The 29th.
Yeah, I read them online when you emailed them. I forgot the dates. But
Yep, the 29th, and October is, I think, the 18th.
were there any changes? Anybody?
Make a motion to accept November minutes.
Okay, both public and non-public?
No,
Or are we doing
well,
two
the
separate
October
motions?
minutes have already been
No,
accepted.
I said November.
Oh, did you say November?
Yeah. You said there were non-public November minutes and public.
There were
Yeah, so
non-public
We'll
November.
do it as
Yeah,
one
if we can
motion.
do it as
That's
one
fine.
motion, I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
So Jennifer and
And I'll second.
seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, unanimous.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Committee updates. Friends have not met yet. They meet next No. What's the 30th? Is that Monday or Tuesday? They'll be meeting on the 30th.
Monday.
Yeah. No, not next Monday. That's two Mondays
The
from now.
23rd,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the
Okay.
Friends will be meeting in 2 weeks. Development Fund.
Just met this evening.
Okay.
There was discussion. They recapped the meeting that was held between the Friends, a couple of the trustees, and the Development Fund. So they talked a little bit about that. There was a lot of discussion about their kind of their mission and maybe kind of getting those groups together again to kind of discuss future goals and stuff like that. They talked a little bit about their bylaws. So there was a lot of discussion about different things. I think they're looking to us for some guidance on how they should move forward. If they're a fundraising arm or they're, their main goal was to keep that money and grow it and keep it protected. So we talked a little bit about, once the strategic plan is done, is that our stepping stone to talk about in addition to the building or a new building or, and then that maybe gives them some more direction on to what they should do. Whether it's working with the Friends to have the Friends put money into the fund, all that stuff. So nothing specific, no specific decisions, right? Just a lot of discussion on those things.
Okay. Development and Marketing Committee still on hiatus. Town Center Committee.
Yes, the Town Center Committee met, January 6th. So 10 days ago, something like that. And one of the wonderful things is that Merrimack has received $520,000
I saw that.
to develop sidewalks for Woodbury Street, which is that street that starts at the high school and goes down the hill to Route 3 right between
By
Buckley's
Right.
and so on. And there has been no sidewalk, and you get teenage drivers and teenage kids all walking down to Route 3, and it's just been very dangerous. And they're saying that the sidewalks will also Woodbury to Route 3, and then also along DW Highway, they're going to add some sidewalks. So, and I think they're going to go up to the library at one point. So, I think that's really
library,
very
yeah,
special.
Library already has sidewalk around it, but
Up
So it would
to
go up
the
on
library.
the mobile side, yeah,
Right.
from like
Yeah,
down the
from
mobile.
library
Okay.
Right.
north.
Nice.
So that's really exciting. Also, the town center committee is going to develop a brochure that talks about the mission and what the projects are that the town center committee has on its list and priorities and so on, and just let townspeople know a little bit more about what they do. And then, so that brochure is being developed. And the other thing was that they had a meeting for the proposal for the, to finish the Sauhegan Trail and start connecting things. And that went very well. It was mostly positive. There's a horse trough that they want to move to the Abbey Griffin Park because it's historical and it's in front of a private home right now. And because it's been a part of Merrimack for so many years, they want to move it to the park so we can actually identify it and say when it was used and
That's
so
the
on.
one across from the mobile.
The one across from the mobile, that is correct. Yes, so they want to move it. And so that's something that we're looking at too. So it was an interesting meeting. A lot of interesting projects are moving along. So that's town center meeting.
Personnel and HR committee.
I just have a question. Did we need to develop a policy on overtime?
Yes, the department heads have talked about that already. We don't have anything to bring you yet.
That's noted.
Yeah, I don't have anything. Did you go to, was there a New Hampshire Library Trustees workshop or something?
Mhm.
Did you go to that?
I
The
did.
personnel one?
I do.
Okay. Building and maintenance committee.
As far as I know, there's nothing to really say at this time.
Building's still standing.
Currently.
Investment committee.
Nope, we need to schedule a meeting now that we accepted the policy, to schedule maybe a series of meetings to go through stuff.
Okay. So, okay, moving on to the new business. We still need to set a date for the wage study review. So I don't know what date looks good for everybody.
Are you saying to have a separate meeting? for
Yeah,
that?
I think we should have a separate meeting just to do that. That's my idea. You know, because I think there's enough to discuss with that we probably need in an hour or so. So what date llooks good for everybody?
How soon are you looking to do this?
I'd like to get it done in well, at least before the elections, which are in April, so in the next 2 months.
Okay.
Do we want to pick a date right now, or do you want to check your calendars and...
We could do it after the meeting, maybe, rather than try to juggle.
Okay. Okay, so we'll set a date for that going forward. I'm thinking maybe sometime in the beginning of February, but we'll see what time works for everybody. And then the April election's coming up, and it's Karen and Laura whose seats are up this year, correct? So, I don't know if you guys have given thoughts if you're going to run again or what's going to go on with that, but...
Yeah, I think I'm going to run again. I'm going to give it 3 more years and then we'll see.
Okay, about you, Laura, but
I've decided.
I don't not to put you on the spot right now, but do we know what the sign-up period is for that yet?
No,
It's
I mean,
usually early February.
I thought you had researched that. You were going to
Oh,
actually
no,
say
no,
that
I
just
didn't- I didn't
after.
have-
We can look it up.
Yeah.
We can look it up
Yeah.
and let you know.
I thought it was in
It's usually
February.
early February.
Yeah.
Filing
So.
period. Look it up.
Thank you.
You don't have to wait for me. Keep going.
Okay. All right. So that's it for that. Policy review. We did have the one policy that you emailed out, correct? What was that?
I didn't email a policy.
I
you
didn't
did.
have one.
Well, so when you, hold on, what am I thinking of then?
No, didn't email policy.
Just about
Or
anything.
I didn't print it out, that's for sure.
Unless it was separate from the packet.
Nope.
No, what did
I
you
think
send?
what I remember is that I said we were.
You were discussing them.
Yes.
What I remember is that I said the department heads were going to discuss it today and see where we were, because we had kind of a hiatus over the holidays. So next month, I'm going to bring you an update on the Legoland policy that needs a little bit of updates that Jennifer and Liz had talked about. So I haven't seen it yet. But she's going to finish that and bring it to us, and then you'll have it February. And then Joanne has kind of reformed the staff safety committee, and they've been meeting and going over the safety manual and a couple of forms that go along with safety procedures in the library, so they wanted to make sure you saw that. One form we talked about today in our meeting was an update. We have two different forms at the library. One is called an incident report form, and the other one is called an injury report form. Seems kind of obvious what they're about. One, someone is injured, staff or patron. The other one, something happens that's an incident worth documenting. It could be anything from somebody slips and falls to burns their finger on the 3D printer. I mean, it's really anything, or it could be someone who's instigated a fight with the staff, and was disruptive at the library. So it's really, these two different kinds of things. The safety committee decided they wanted to have one form to streamline things, so now it's an incident/injury form, which they've kind of, the committee has gone over it and over it and over it, so what the department heads and I are going to see is really a final that they want us to look at, and then I would bring it to you. The question that we talked about, maybe not a question, but what we talked about is, understanding that you guys are not in the day-to-day operations of when we might handle these forms, but just in case, because I think ultimately the board is liable in the same way that ultimately I'm liable, for the library, that you understand what these forms are, and if you have to sign off on them, then you would know that this is what this form is, and you've seen it before. And if there's some incident where it needs to come up to your level, maybe there's a space on it for the trustees to mark off. We also talked about, probably maybe quarterly, I might need to bring you, or do you want to know, here's the incidents that happened this quarter, this month, and maybe discuss that in non-public, so what we've had to address in kind of daily operations. So those are kind of things we can talk about later in February when you see these things, but that's just what is coming. And then February, I didn't have a chance between whatever Thursday and today to go over the spreadsheet that I have marking, which policies have been updated, to date, but I'll get to that before February.
Okay. And I found what I thought was the policy. It was actually the report. I thought that was one of the policies.
Oh, the annual report?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mentally I had it figured
read
as a
it, but I
policy,
didn't
not a
print it.
report.
Okay.
So you didn't have anything else to add about the policies?
No, I don't have a policy for you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You didn't have anything else you
No.
needed to mention or anything? Okay, moving on to the town report then. You sent out.
Yep.
I'd previously read it, so.
I thought that looked great.
Yes, I did
Really
too.
well written.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Okay. Nothing to really talk about with it, I guess.
No, I just thought, gee,
Okay.
really busy this year.
The 17-18 budget, we're going in front of the town council Monday,
Yep,
and
6.
6 o'clock, yeah. Do you know where I saw
We're
you sent
first.
we're first on
Yeah.
the agenda? Okay. I saw you sent it, but I saw that email just as I walked
Yep.
out the door, so I didn't get a chance to
Yeah,
open it.
I'll send you I can send around the agenda if you want to look. Library assessing, code enforcement, fire, proposed issuance of debt and revenues.
Okay. So Yvette and I will be there. I don't know if anybody else wants to show up, but
go, depending on.
Show up for moral support, you're
Also.
welcome to. All right. All right, then the book sale's coming up on the 20th, 21st, 22nd.
No,
No, that's
27.
27th.
I don't know. what-
27th?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Did
gave
I
me a
get-
panic attack because I was like,
No.
really? This weekend?
No, I did the same thing. I was like,
Oh my God, you're
We're
right.
not set up for it.
I'm going,
You're right, I put the wrong weekend, I'm sorry.
It's 27 is the pre-sale for the
Right.
Friends.
28.
And that starts at 5:15 and it goes till 6:30 for anyone who's a paid up member of the Friends. You can also join at the door. And the 28th, 29th is the Saturday Sunday weekend. So 9 to 2 Saturday and then 1 to 3 on Sunday.
I don't know how I got the wrong date on my,
Maybe that was September.
I don't know, but, all right, so the book sale is coming up, so if you want to afterwards coordinate with Yvette what days you'd be
Or
available.
just email me.
yeah,
Yeah. I'll be most likely Friday and Sunday,
the 28th.
if anybody's available to cover Saturday.
The
we can-
28th.
Then you wanted to discuss the Watson account to,
Yes. It's, so basically with the Watson account, typically we take the interest that is earned yearly, annually. We don't have to. It's about, actually I didn't look it up. It's around $100.
I think it was 180 in the town
Yeah.
report, so
I was
yeah.
gonna say, it's not much.
well, last year, we 2 years ago, we didn't get to it in time, and the account auto-renewed. So last year was actually 2 years' worth of interest.
At
Exactly.
100.
So, what I just wanted you to think about, it doesn't have to be renewed until March 1st or a couple days prior. So before or at our next meeting, just think about if we should take it. Do we want to take it? Do we not want to take it? And do we want to keep it where it is? I can come with other proposals to move it, to keep it, to put it in something longer, but just think about it.
Yeah, because the account it's in right now doesn't draw all that great amount of interest.
Right.
And I remember when I looked into options, the only things that really drew more interest were multi-year. You know, the money would be locked for 3, 5, 10 years, whatever.
Right.
So
So
Because right now it's a 1 year.
it's 1 year. It's a
yeah,
1 year
and every year
Oh.
auto renews.
Yeah, we'd get a little more if we let
Exactly.
it go.
So
And we could look at other options, other banks
Exactly.
too. 'cause
Other
banks,
Right now it's
absolutely.
at DCU.
it's at
Yeah.
DCU, and if we're a member, which is, she called it something else, but if we're a member, then which doesn't mean just that you have an account. It's something else. You get a better rate. So I was going to look into that because
Okay.
she's because I'm not sure what that actually meant. And yeah, exactly, there are other places, but these other places also, depending on where you go, might have a fee, or as and at least compared to TD Bank, DCU had better rates.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure from the sessions with Terry Knowles, we can basically put it into any kind of account as long as the principal is protected.
Yep. Yep. So, I just bring that up just to think about. I mean, we could say, forget it, we're just going to take it every year, but just think about it.
Because basically we use the money for mostly animal-type books. Because the family, it's like Audubon
Gardening.
books or something, right?
I think it's gardening, nature.
Gardening,
The
right?
Watson account, yeah. All right,
Next part's
so
me,
moving
right?
into the treasurer's report.
Sure. So Yvette sent out November and December.
Yep.
Right.
Which one's this? This is specials. So let's start with special for November. Our starting balance for November was $10,936.62, and it ended with $13,890.25. some significant donations. Any questions? All right, let's go to November for. Oh, that's that. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, I like this. Fines.
Fines?
Trying to find it. I have so many fine things. Fines for November was our starting balance was $23,246.58. We ended November with $21,766.21.
I like this format.
I do too.
I get a much better clue about
Okay.
what things are being spent on and what things are staying.
Good.
That's nice. All right, except now I have so many
Too
fines
many.
and specials, and I'm like, okay, which one's which here?
Yes.
This is November. We already did this one.
This is November.
December special. Here we go. We started with $13,890.25. Ended with $12,490.99. There's a lot of 12, yeah. It's good. Questions?
No?
On materials, we have some expenditures from Amazon, that materials that were ordered from Amazon. And then next to it, in parentheses, it says DCU. So does that?
That's special. So we received a donation from DCU, and we spent
That
to
much?
buy Amazon
Okay.
stuff.
And then FLIR is also a donation?
There was a donation for, that was probably $1,000, and then we were spending, and those were both probably
Okay.
children's or teen programs.
Okay. And then FOL would be Friends of the Library. Okay, now I understand. Okay. That's good.
That's great. I like that.
Very good.
Just do some different one. All right, so,
Fines, I have October and
yeah,
November.
I was gonna
is
say,
that
I don't
right?
have December either.
I was searching for it.
Oh. It wasn't you.
No, it
Going
wasn't you.
somewhere else now.
No, for fines.
Fines.
Oh, for fines.
Fines.
I have it for special.
We have October and
I have
November, but
October,
not
November.
December.
I have it if you want me to pass it around.
Oh, you can just say the numbers.
Yeah,
if
do
you
you
wanna
want to
just
just
read the
say the
numbers.
numbers?
So for fines December, the starting balance was $21,766.21. We took in, our total receipts were $1,193.01. We dispersed $638.08. The bulk of that was $532.08 on large print materials. We also spent $98.01 on e-audiobooks, and then there was a damaged item from, we had to pay for an item that was damaged. Our staff handling it, I believe, was Manchester City Library. So we ended with a balance of $22,231.14.
Yeah.
Yes, I like the fines the way you did like July, August, September.
Yeah, like the quarterly.
Yeah,
I did
that
it
was-
for, did you not get this?
Yeah,
I
I see.
did, okay.
That's actually what I'm looking at right now.
The
Yeah.
October, November, December.
No, I only have July, August, and September.
That's all I have too, July, August,
Okay.
and September.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it gets tricky if I'm doing like two meetings worth of
Yeah.
things, and then I look for the attachment to make sure I've got them all, but I did the same thing for the next quarter, and I wasn't sure what to call it. It's like, because the first quarter is January, but really for you, your first quarter is really July,
Right.
you know, so.
I like
Great,
it,
so
then
you
we
can
can,
see
yeah.
the
We can see some
Yes.
activity, yeah.
It's just December. Yeah, I like it. I like the way that looks. You can see trends,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
it's almost consistent with the fines coming in. You know?
Exactly.
All right. All right, moving on to the director's report.
Okay, so there are a couple of gifts. Friends of the Library, they donated $251.05 to supplies. These were for the turkey shoot. $100 worth of that was for paper and general office supplies for the event. And then $151.05 were for aprons for the turkey shoot, and then also binders for the signs, the event signs that we're hoping to circulate. We're still, honestly, we're struggling with trying to find the right kind of case to store the letters in that's big enough, because the binders that I bought are this big, and you need 2 of them for 1 set of letters, which is cumbersome for a patron to take. So, and then also I've been using like, what are they called? Like baseball trading card sleeves. And they don't seal on the top. So we're finding that the letters fall out. So this is actually the second thing I've tried, but I'm going to go with, the next thing I'm going to try are photo boxes to see if that is the right size. But again, I'm trying to not make this bulky because the sign itself is big.
Right.
So hopefully by the spring we'll have something
I
figured
was
out.
going to say, is there any way, drawing a blank on his name now, the maintenance,
Jared?
Jared, thank you. Would he be able to make like a custom case or something, put the letters in?
I'm sure I could ask him. He is MacGyver. You know, if I'm dating myself with that reference. He's
Not
very
anymore,
handy.
there's a brand new one.
Yeah, they're bringing it back.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
There's a brand new
He's
one.
the original MacGyver. I don't know. I mean, I saw a photo box that I'd like to try. And if not, then I will go beg him
Well,
to figure something out.
you want it to be somewhat mobile, right?
What I really wanted was a toolbox.
Right. Oh,
You can, you know,
a plastic toolbox?
it's not
wouldn't
that
work?
easy to find a toolbox that's empty. I mean, maybe there's stuff out
Fish
there.
and tackle box.
Sure, exactly that kind of thing, but it's got to be big enough.
Or one of those file boxes, they have the file ones with like a portable file box.
I mean,
Too big?
yeah, because you still need to put I know this is like so minor, but
We're totally off topic.
yeah. Okay. If you have like 5 or 8 A's, then they all have to be bundled together
Yeah.
so you can find your A's.
Yeah.
And so when it comes back, I can count, I have my 5 A's back. You know, so
Well,
it's
like a
just
photo box.
That's what
what
she's
she's-
going
With
to
a
try
handle?
next.
I have looked at certain photo boxes, archival box. I mean, really, I'm a librarian. I can research this thing, but it's really challenging.
No kidding.
If any viewing public would like to, where's my camera? Help me and suggest something. I am open to suggestion. Okay, so anyway, they made these donations. It was for, the turkey shoot and then the binders. So if you want to vote to accept this donation from the Friends.
Okay, motion to accept.
Motion that we accept $251.05 of donations from the Friends of the Library.
I second.
51. You said 15.
$251.05.
Thank you.
Seconds all over the place, so just pick one.
Pick Laura.
Okay, I'll
She
pick
wants to be
Laura.
on the minutes.
All right, all in favor?
I have
Okay.
a question about that.
Yeah, I'm in favor.
Okay, unanimous.
About the turkey shoot. Well, the turkey shoot ended, and we didn't have our meeting
Yeah, we had a meeting.
Yeah, we had a meeting.
November. Well, you hadn't. The turkey shoot committee hadn't met yet.
We did have a follow-up meeting.
Right.
Yes.
But that was. But then we
just
didn't have
a
our
board meeting.
Right. We didn't have our December, so
Right.
there wasn't a little.
Recap?
Recap?
Yeah.
Well, we
Ask her.
did the money. We didn't do,
I don't know what the final was. She never told me.
Oh,
We had
I don't
that
have
in
that
the
written down
last-
here, but
Didn't we have that in the last?
no,
we,
I didn't.
it might have been a report. I can look and see if I have it in my agenda.
Well, I guess, like pros and cons.
In general, the turkey shoot this year was very successful. We had a higher attendance. We had to switch venues to Wasserman Park because the high school was not available to us. And we had more food than we knew what to do with this year. And I think everybody had a lot of fun. It was a rather intimate environment, probably a little bit too small, particularly with music playing.
Yeah, the complaints were about the music.
Yeah, it
Music
was
was too
very
loud.
loud. But it was fun.
It was good music, but too
Good
loud.
music,
Space,
but
Right.
echoing.
space.
Yeah.
Right.
It
Yeah.
was fun music.
Okay.
And we had some good gift baskets this year, thanks to the Merrimack businesses. And thank you to anyone who donated and to all the businesses who support this event. It makes a big difference for what we're able to do at the library. And this year, the money will be going to develop our outdoor space around the library to create some outdoor seating for patrons to enjoy. So, all in all, I think it was a good year.
Yeah. I think it went pretty well this year, too. I think overall, we made more than last year, but the expenses were more? Was that what it came
In
down to?
general, yeah, we had
Yeah,
more expenses.
we had more
which we
expensive,
shouldn't
but
have next year.
we brought in more
Okay.
overall, but I don't remember the exact amount.
That's okay. Thanks.
I think it was like 58
Oh, nice.
we made. Oh. Okay.
You had a second.
the other
Yeah,
donation.
you're still on you.
I'm sorry.
Still you.
Like, we're done.
So you had a second donation.
Yes, we received a donation from Heather M. McDonald and William D. Dallas for $300.
I think we accept.
I gotta find
Was
it.
it for anything, or
Nope.
just here's
No.
$300? Have
Yep.
fun.
I will
Nice.
second.
That was very generous.
Um,
We thank them both.
Yep.
Motion to accept?
Laura did.
We already
Oh, you
second.
already, okay,
We just
you
weren't paying
seconded it, I'm
attention.
sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
All across the board, all right. Well, that's really nice.
Yeah, they've donated to us for a couple of years, so, yeah. Nice, very nice. We've hired Bijan Shadlu as our part-time custodial aide. You've already signed his PAR, but you need to officially vote to accept his hiring.
Motion that we accept the hiring of
Bijan.
Bijan Shadlu as part-time custodial aide.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? All across the board, okay.
And then Kathleen Smith had submitted her resignation. You had accepted this back in November. She's returning to college in the spring. Her last day is the 19th, which is this week. But I have her PAR for Rick to sign,
Okay.
and then we can process that. So you have 3
We
copies.
don't need to vote on that one, we already.
You've already done that. It's just the PAR today.
Okay. What's today, 17th?
Yep. 11717.
Keep going, you don't
Oh,
have to wait
okay.
for me.
The next thing, we've scheduled to host the Michael Lover Memorial Foundation Computer Clinic on Saturday, March 2nd. This is an annual event for them, and this is the second one that we've hosted for them. And Alex is the contact person for this event, and he asked me to ask you if we could extend our operating hours to 1:30. This is a Saturday, so it's normally 9 to 1, but to accommodate all of the appointments they're going to have, he'd like to be open to 1:30.
We need to vote on that?
Okay. I don't know if you need, well, I don't, He said
May
ask.
as well, just to make
Probably
it,
'cause
yeah,
they're
because
paying,
we
yeah.
are changing the hours for the day, so. Now, would the library be open to all until,
I think that's
1:30
the
or-
simplest thing, because then if the library is open,
Yeah.
sometimes there's confusion if we're open just for this event,
Right.
but the rest of the library can't be used. It's easier, and we can just have the staff.
Yeah.
The staff will need to adjust their hours an extra half hour during the week to accommodate for the Saturday work.
okay, so do we have a motion to accept the change in hours for that day?
Change in the hours till 1:30 on January, no, I'm
March
sorry,
2nd.
March 2nd for the computer clinic, and keep it open to the public at the same time.
I will second.
All in favor? All across the board, okay.
Okay, thank you. And then this was something that was already in our budget, but we did the test for Hoopla, which some of you may have participated in as well. So that contract is going to be signed. We'll be starting up that service very soon, probably February by now, if
Yeah,
not.
I can't wait.
Did you try it?
It looked great, yeah. They're streaming movies. My kids looked at it. They loved graphic novels. There's tons of graphic
Oh, nice.
novels, including The Walking Dead. So they were all excited because it has almost right up to the most current one.
Wow.
So you're streaming onto your own computer?
Yeah,
or
you
iPad?
just read it on your computer or iPad or whatever device you have. The one downside with it has streaming music, but you don't get to keep the music, but you get the entire album when you check it out. So, I did check out, like, the Rogue One soundtrack was already up there. So, yes, surprise.
I know, I shouldn't be surprised.
I know. So I checked that out, and it instantly pulls the whole thing, so you can listen to the entire album.
Is it 2 weeks, like a regular checkout?
I don't remember. Do you remember?
I think it was something like it was a good amount of time.
Yeah.
And then if you're finished with the item, you can return it. You have an option, like all of our electronic materials, you have an option to just return early if you want.
Right. And I did find out there's parental controls, so because there were more mature movies on there,
Yeah.
that some you wouldn't want your some same with the graphic novels. Some of them were more mature audience graphic novels.
Yeah, I mean that's something I asked Alex to look into.
Well, after
just-
I asked
Yeah,
you guys, I found
right.
it myself, and I did dig around in the settings,
Yeah,
and I
but
found it.
we've been talking to the salesperson just so, the library, as a rule, we don't censor materials, but to give parents an
Yeah,
option
the
to set
parents have the
controls,
ability to set it.
they can do that if they want.
So Hoopla is specifically for libraries?
Yeah. Yep.
So anything they have, would that be similar to like Netflix or Hulu?
I think this is a nice supplement to any other digital service people are using, or our digital magazines, and we have digital audiobooks and ebooks. I think I like having options as a patron. I think it's wonderful to be able to give people options, and I tested out, a movie, and I did the soundtracks. No, I didn't do a soundtrack, but I tested the albums. I thought the selection was excellent. And I think everyone has a certain genre that they listen to for music, and they had my genre, so I was excited about that. And then I also looked at the graphic novels, and I thought it was an excellent selection. A lot of kind of the like they had Saga. I mean, they had kind of these fringe books
Yeah.
that maybe you can't get in print.
Same with the
you know.
movies.
Yeah.
I'm into horror movies, and I found some really good ones
Oh, yeah.
on there. I was like, wow, look at the selection.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was amazing.
yeah. So I think it's really really nice.
And the one thing that I was talking to Alex about that I found out that I'm actually, going to love. I guess there's an app that you can set up with your smart TV. So if you have a smart TV, so you can instantly hook it up to your smart TV. I don't know how to do it. I haven't tried it yet, but.
Well, we have to actually get the
Yeah,
service and
you
implement
Well,
it, and then
I could have tried
It
it
wants
with
to
the
be
demo.
set
but-
up, though.
That's
Oh,
wonderful.
well, I still have the app is on my phone. It's like, well,
Yeah. So
I can't get rid of the app, but
Just go to your apps on your smartphone.
Yeah.
There's an apps button.
But well, on your smart
smart
TV,
TV, that's what I
yeah.
meant.
So, so I definitely
I'm gonna have to look into
hoping
that.
to,
So it's not up on the website yet.
no, we're going to get the contract. I should be getting that contract any time now. So
and I was I showed it to a couple of my friends in town, and discussed a little bit with them, and just from showing 2 minutes of it to them, they're like, when is this available? When can we get it? We want to use it. Wow. Is it going to be on the library's website? Yes, it will.
Good.
Tell us when. Okay. So it's already generating excitement.
Good. That's good.
When you say contract, how long is it for?
The subscription is usually a year, but the company, I will approve the contract that we have, but
And is that all services it offers or just selected services?
it's everything.
It's everything.
Yeah. Yeah, town report we already talked about. And then you said town budget. We already talked about that. I did get, after I sent this out to you, I guess something that I can make you aware of. I got an email, I was copied on an email from the Historical Society, the Merrimack Historical Society, where Mark and Beverly Hazeltine dropped off some historical documents to the Historical Society, and then I was copied on it. So I think these things are really, most of it is about things that are going to the Historical Society. There was one that was a ledger book describing the opening of the Merrimack Library to the public on January 1st, 1893.
Wow.
So, but that's just something that I'm not sure where it's going to live. I mean, it should live in the Lowell room, but that's just something.
Is it something they're giving to the library, or?
I believe so, but I have to find out more. So that's everything I have in my report.
Okay. Operating budget.
So I sent you November and December. I don't know if you have any questions about any of this.
We're on track with most of it.
Do the rotate.
Can you believe we're halfway through the year already?
No.
View. There you go.
I don't know where it is today. Oh, here it is.
You're in preview.
That is hard to believe. We're halfway through this year.
Did you get Adobe?
We do have it.
Do you want me to? I have hard copies. I can just pass around if you want to look at that.
I looked at it earlier. Whoops, sorry. I have November and December.
What month is this? When is the whole thing? Oh, no, this is October.
So are there any questions or comments about the budget?
Looks like we're a little low on programs, but that looks like it can be made up in other areas.
Oh, summer. Well, the bulk of it is summer.
Right.
And, right now, when we don't have a youth services head in place, then there's going to be less programming because we have less staff.
Right.
Which one are you looking at, Jen?
Okay.
December? I was just going through, because I was just like, well, we should be around halfway,
Right.
halfway spent on most of these.
That's okay.
Looks good.
So we all good?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to old business. We're still looking for alternates. If anybody at home is interested. I'm going to keep that on here.
No,
until
the
we
way you
find
said
one.
anybody home is like
Anybody at home watching this meeting, if you're interested,
Join us.
just ping the trustees. The address is on the library website. So, for other business, we did receive 2 thank you cards. I just wanted to pass them around for everybody to get a chance to read them. They were in the trustees folders, so I don't know if you read them or not.
Yvette, did you want to go over this? The
think I saw this.
shelving?
Under other? Yeah,
Oh, we didn't. Yeah, that wasn't covered on.
that's other.
Yeah, that would be other, I guess.
Okay, I sent you a quote for replacing shelves, the 2 orange shelves that are down in the children's room. You know, I think replacing them has been on our to-do list for a little while. And then after the flood, when we had to clean up from the flood over the summer, the bookcases were shifted, and then they were shifted back, and now they're more rickety than they were. So the Joint Loss Committee for the town came through and said, you know, these are really not safe. So that kind of moved it up on the to-do list. So I had Tucker Library Interiors come in and give me a quote for a couple of options. And the one that seems to work best for us is to replace the 2 shelves with 3 shelves that are lower and wider. So then we won't have this, you know, I mean, wouldn't recommend this, but you could go up and you could shake the shelves. If you're very, very strong and tall. But, you know, basically, you know, if we lower the shelves, then that means we need an extra shelf to accommodate so many shelves essentially being cut off from the top, and that will improve the sight line from the desk to the wall where the biographies are. And then, of course, being wider. The other option that you have on here was to also replace the series shelf, because there are several titles that are downstairs in periodical storage where we have, you know, maybe the first couple of books from a series, but the remainder of the series are in storage because we didn't have room to shelve all of them. You know, the problem with that is, you know, with a community that maybe likes to browse, if you don't see it, you're not going to check it out. And you're not necessarily going to ask anyone for it. So the staff were talking about, you know, can we get all of these out of storage? And it's okay, well, that means you need so many shelves. But to build it, you can't just build 6 shelves. You have to have a certain multiple based on, you know, how the bookcases are constructed. And with our floor space, if we want to keep 2 staff desks, it won't fit. We'd have to go down to 1 desk, and that doesn't work for our staffing level right now either. So that means we just replace the orange. And the series, we just continue to have some in storage. They wanted to bring up the Hardy Boys, the complete Hardy Boys. So I think, you know, this is also a discussion that once we get a new department head in place and they assess their collection, they can decide to change it again. But I think in terms of replacing the shelves, this is what the cost is. So if you wanted to spend any trustee money on this improvement, that's the number. You know, if not, then we can see what's left. If there are any, you know, we're very conservative with the town budget, so if we wanted to wait till the end of the year, but I don't know what we'll have.
Discussions? Questions, comments?
So which is the preferred?
Number 1.
I think it's 1. It's a lower shelf.
The 1? Yeah. Okay.
And if we did take it out of trustee money, it would come out of fines or special?
Fines.
We've got plenty in fines. Yes.
I know. That's why I said, let me get a quote.
Thoughts?
You want a motion?
Send it. Buy it.
Yeah, and these will look, you know, if you look at this kind of picture, these will have the end caps that we have on the newer shelves. so that we can use it as display. It'll make the room look uniformed.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, we'll kind of feel done with that room until, of course, a new person comes in and they say, let's change this. So,
I will make a motion to purchase from Fines the 54-inch shelving for $6,431.06.
A second.
Okay, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
thank you.
The color is going to be oyster.
Huh?
The color is oyster.
The oyster, yes, oyster.
Is that the same as what we have in there already?
What is
I'm
oyster
assuming it
color?
must be.
It says color oyster to match previous orders.
Yeah, it's that
Oyster.
kind of grayish color, like the underside of that wall. Yeah, yeah, this.
Oh, that's the metal. Yeah, the metal part is gray.
oyster.
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 Alrighty.
Good.
Was there any other business? No? Seeing none. Alright, moving on to the calendar. Our next meeting is,
You bet did the same thing I did.
Did you look at your clock and go like this?
And I was like, wow, like we've never done that.
well, it's snowing.
It is, it's snowing.
Trying to move fast because of
It'll be
snow. So our next meeting is going to be
She's leaving.
2/22 or 2/21 at 7 p.m. at Town Hall. We also need to set a date for the wage study review, which if you guys want, I'll send like 3 or 4 dates out to everybody, and you guys can
Yeah.
just pick which one works for you.
Yep.
What day of the week is Tuesday the best day of the week for everybody?
Monday or Tuesday.
Probably
Monday or
not.
Tuesdays.
No.
Either way. I'll pick like 3 or 4 dates and email everybody, and you guys just let me know, and then we'll schedule it. Development Fund. I did not have a date for that.
They
one.
actually set their date for
Yeah, they did,
March
21st.
21
March
at
21st.
4:45.
4:45.
Okay. Now, are they planning on doing another joint meeting? You were saying they're still talking about that.
They didn't schedule it. They'd like a little bit of direction from us, I think, to begin with. So maybe that's something we can discuss next month
Okay.
in our meeting. So that's why they set it a couple of months out.
Well, they normally meet like quarterly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I will put that on our agenda next month to discuss the development fund in more detail. Friends of the Library are meeting on the 30th of this month at 7. The book sale is the 27th for the Friends pre-sale, 28th and 29th for the regular sale.
And then, did you guys get this in the mail?
Mm-hmm.
I just saw that today.
Yeah, this is advertising the NHLTA conference and annual meeting May 24.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
not read
maybe
it
I
yet.
didn't
just
get
got-
that.
Okay.
May 24th?
Yeah, and it's a Wednesday. This is usually an all day. You'll remember this is the 8:30 to 4:30.
Right.
Is that in
Yeah.
our boxes?
Yeah, yeah, it was just, I just got mine today.
No.
I hadn't seen it, I just got mine today. You
Was it
did-
in the library box or in your?
In
came
the
mail?
library box.
Oh, I
But,
didn't even check.
You did have something in your folder,
Oh,
just so
okay.
you're aware.
I'll need to go
Yeah,
to find my key.
all right.
May, what was that?
24th.
It's,
Wednesday.
Let's see, NHLTA conference.
Yeah, so that's going to be, this is the thing where you send me
Yes.
what you want to go to, and I'll register you.
Is it in
Concord.
Concord again?
Yep.
Okay.
Kids need to get out of
Proponi.
school. I can't stay the whole time. They need to get out of school.
Okay, questions from the press, public, or board members? I'll speak at once. Okay, we will adjourn at 7:49.
I think it's a
Or
record.
7:59, I'm sorry.
Wow,
7:59.
I can't believe it. That was a busy one.
get home before the snow gets too bad.
Are we voting on to adjourn?
Oh,
Oh, I move we adjourn.
I'm sorry. Laura's
Ready to get out of here.
I'm
All in
moving
favor?
right ahead without the motion. All right, all in favor. Here we go.
Now we're done.
Now we're done.
Now, I have a problem.